Okay, before we get started with this video, there's a disclaimer I'll have to give. This is about the most realistic in a mechanical standpoint. This is not like the best graphics, this is not the best looking, this is just in the mechanical standpoint the most detailed FPS I can show you. There are some graphical glitches in this game, which you'll probably see, and there, I don't mention this, but at the bottom there's a little meter that shows where you've been hit. That's what that actually is. I forgot to mention that before, but if you look at it, there's a front view, the middle one is internal organs that have been punctured, and the back one is exit wounds, and if you've been shot in the back. Alright, so keeping that in mind, if you see pink floors, don't freak out, that's just the game. I think I'm missing a texture, I might have installed it wrong. Alright, so keep that in mind when you watch this video, please, and enjoy the show. Alright, hey guys, I got a video game to show you. It's pretty cool. It's called Occupation CS. I believe it started as a mod for Counter-Strike, but I don't quite remember. Anyway, this is by far the most realistic FPS game I've ever seen. Now, in the last upcoming FPS generation, we always have people saying, oh, Counter-Strike's more realistic, or oh, Battlefield's more realistic. I think some people try to say that with COD, but anyway, this game is like more realistic than any of those combined. They take elements from each of the games and just like combine them and then take it to a whole new level. You've seen Battlefield with their bullet drop, which was a whole big thing, made sniping like way more interesting and stuff. You've seen back in the older Call of Duty games, you could choose hollow points or whatever, and it would increase your damage. This game has all of that and more. If we take a look at the selection screen, you can pick the gun you want, and you can also pick the different types of ammo. They have more than just FMJ, which is Full Metal Jacket, and they have hollow points and more. They have a bunch of different types depending on your gun. And it's not just bullets and guns. You have to buy your own magazines, or pick your own magazines. You might be like, okay, well, I guess just one for each type. Yeah, but if you reload a lot in games, you're going to have to learn to adjust, because this game is very realistic in the fact that when you reload, you don't get to keep the extra bullets in the mag. If you throw that magazine away, it's gone. So basically, if you just take your gun that's completely full of bullets and press reload 3 times, you're out of bullets. That may seem like a stupid idea, but that's what it's really like. You can't just have the rest of your bullets just magically floating in the air and shift them out for the next ones or whatever. So that's just one of the interesting things I liked. It definitely teaches you to conserve ammo, and it teaches you that you can't just constantly be reloading. And another pretty interesting thing about this game is the way that bullets damage is calculated. They calculate bullet damage through objects, through people, through walls, through all that stuff. So just like in Call of Duty, when you shoot someone through a wall or whatever, it's different than if you just shoot them straight up normally. Another pretty cool thing about this game is they actually have a different style of health system. In every game I've seen, whether it be Battlefield, Counter-Strike, or Call of Duty, all the games I play on a semi-regular basis, the way that even with the physical bullets in Battlefield is done is, depending on where you get shot, determines exactly how much damage you get. So if you get shot in the head, that might do more, it might kill you instantly. You got shot in the leg, it will always do just a little bit. But it just basically depends on where you were shot from. But in this game, it actually does a lot more than that. They actually take internal organs into effect. That may seem a little bit excessive, but it brings forth really interesting gameplay. As in, if you have a bullet that shoots and goes clean through, it's a lot different than a bullet that shoots and gets stuck inside your body. So depending on how you're shot, from where, and what type of bullet it is, will determine if it gets stuck inside you, it goes through you, or it goes, or whatever. Is all that different things. For the physics in the game, if you don't feel like being ultra realistic, they actually have different game modes. They have one for Hollywood, where they basically just completely go out there and, let me see if I can read the chart. It says exaggerated impact, explosive effects, limited appendages, limited appendage damage. Basically, you can take more damage from that. Player health, strength, and no fatigue. Basically, you can just run forever, just like in the movies. Regulations in between realism and Hollywood. Basically, explosive effects are just kind of, toned down a little bit. You still, I didn't explain how stamina works, so I'll get to that in a second. You have moderate health and moderate fatigue. In a realism, you have realistic bullet impact, just like I was talking about before. Bullets can go through you or stay inside you, since they're physical bullets. And you have full instability and damage and fatigue. Okay, the way fatigue works in this game is you can get tired from just walking around. Walking around tires you, running tires you, If you get damaged, that takes a toll on your body. A whole bunch of interesting stuff. But in this game mode I'm playing just team deathmatch, since that's the easiest to actually understand. But one really cool thing I like about this game is that they don't just have killing. Like, you might say, like, what? Can you, like, wound some? Yeah. Instead of just, like, you know, in Call of Duty, you take a big hit and your screen flashes red. It's like, OMG, I'm bleeding. Just give me a few seconds, I'm good. Or in Counter-Strike, you get a bunch of damage and you have to go hide and wait for someone to run by and kill them. There is no automatic health regeneration, and you can actually get mortally wounded. You might be like, doesn't that mean you die? No. Take a look at this clip. You see the screen go black, but I'm not dead. My character was actually passed out from blood loss. At least I think it's blood loss. They don't tell me exactly. They don't tell you until you die, but you can actually get wounded so you go unconscious. You can get wounded so you will actually be on fainting death. Not just a red flashing screen. Take a look at this next clip. It should be showing up now. This is my character with a mortal wound, and you can see that just like in the movie, everything's going black, so cold. I think the sounds and that stuff, I'm not entirely sure. But it's a really interesting game. You got bullet drag from air density, you got bullet drift, bullet drop, bullet frame, where basically over time external forces can mess with the bullet's power. Basically, it's like all the stuff you've ever seen, plus a bunch of more stuff. But here comes the kicker. One, this game's no longer being developed. It's completely free, but the mod person who made it hasn't worked on it since 2012. The second thing is, no one seems to be hosting servers anymore. And that brings me into the third reason. This game didn't really catch on very well. It's a really interesting game. It has some really cool features, but sometimes you don't want to have to worry about all these different things. This is why everyone complains about games being realistic and stuff nowadays, but this is probably why. It's cool to play once in a while, but I don't know if this is a game I could play every day. I kind of like the controllability of Counter-Strike, where you feel like you're more in control of everything that's going on. In Call of Duty, I just like running around and shooting people. And in Battlefield 3, it's pretty cool just, you know, go in there with a squad, use your cool gear and stuff, and just take out the enemy and stuff. But when you're in this situation where a single person on full auto could, like, mortally wound all your people, or basically trying to worry about all these effects and stuff that are going on, it can, I don't know, it's fun, it's interesting, but I don't know if it's really as fun as those other games are. So, I mean, the main reason I want to show you guys all this was just to take a look, and for all those people whining about realism, this is what realism is. So, if you don't like this game, I don't really know what you're looking for. I think you're mainly looking for stuff that you think will be cool. Because it's like, what is realism? I can guarantee at least half, not more, of those people who are complaining about realism have probably never shot a gun. So, you gotta ask yourself, what are you really asking for in these games? Do you just want it to be Call of Duty but not as popular, so you won't get, like, made fun of? Do you want it to be more team-like Battlefield? Do you want it to be more competitive strategy like Counter-Strike? The question you have to ask yourself is, what do you really want? Don't say realism. What do you want in your game? So, yeah, that was kind of my rant for today. I didn't mention this. I probably have an annotation, but I have tracers turned on so you can see how the bullets are affected by different things. You can switch fire modes just like Battlefield and a newer Call of Duty, which I like. Yeah, so I highly suggest you guys take a look at this game, if nothing else, just to see what it would be like to have an ultra-realistic game. There are some bugs. You'll have to play against bots unless you can set up a server through or Hamashi or whatever. But it's really worth taking a look, in my opinion. If you like first-person shooter games, I think you will at least be intrigued by this game. Yeah, like I said, it's Counter-Strike, not Counter-Strike Source. It runs on the Source engine, so the graphics aren't that great. And plus, my recording, I set the bitrate too low, so it probably looks pretty bad. But yeah, I think you'll really enjoy this game if you just take a look at it. It might not be the most fun thing, but it'll be an enjoyable experience just to try it once or twice. So alright, thank you guys for sitting through this video with a terrible quality. I hope you all take a look at this game, and hopefully maybe we'll see some servers, because that might actually be fun to be playing against people with servers when you understand. There is absolutely no explanation of how to play this game, so when you first jump in, you'll probably have no idea what's going on. You'll probably be very confused and very lost. But yeah, I'll have some gameplay videos up, and hopefully a tutorial of how to play on my gaming channel. I'll have a link. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys go to check out the game, and I'll see you all later. Bye.